Hi, welcome to Old Guys Gentlemen Flex Fountain Pens, episode number, I don't know, 50 something. It'll be on the screen. What I'm going to be covering today, or reviewing today, is not a flex pen, but every now and then I do pens that I think are just pretty cool, and I review them on my channel, and this one is pretty cool. It's a Platinum Curidas. So it's made by Platinum Pens in Japan. It's about $80 brand new. There are a couple places that, actually several places that have it, but I really wanted the red, and there was only one. I think that was a Pen Chalet that had it. So let me go ahead and show you the pen. It comes in a nice box. Now let me tell you something that's a little bit different here. Normally this would have a chrome or silver-like clip on it. And they give you a little tool, which I've since lost. Okay, so this is what the clip looks like, and it goes right around in here, something like that. It looks good, and it does not get in the way of me writing, but I think it looks better with nothing on it, even despite the fact that in order to hold this clip on, there's a couple of little things that stick out, and this thing right here that help align it and hold it in place. By the way, the tool they give you, which I can't find, is supposed to fit like right over here, and then pry these two ends back so it easily comes off, and I could not do it. Lots of swearing involved, and finally I had to get the assistance of a small screwdriver to help me pull it apart. But in the process of doing that, there's a chance that you could scratch this just a little bit, and I did just that. But I have some good buffing tools and things like that, so I got rid of the little scratch that I put in there. Why do I not like the clip, other than what I had previously said? Pretty much I only carry one pen with a clip and it's in my pocket. I'm retired, I don't wear suits anymore, and so I have this hanging from my pocket. Actually, that needs to be bent down a little bit. Kaweco, excuse me. Brass Sport. All the other pens, if the clip can be easily removed like this one, so I think that's a pretty neat feature. I think it's great, and I remove it. I won't do that to vintage pens, but with this one I will. The other thing really cool about this pen, well, in the color, this is a red Demonstrator, so you can kind of see through it. And it's a really nice color red. I like it. It's a retractable pen. No nib here. Oh, there's a nib. No nib. And that action is all done with this little plunger right here. I've had a couple of Pilot vanishing points. This is my other one. This is my favorite one. So it would be kind of interesting to compare these two. The Curidas is longer. I think it's maybe slightly bigger in diameter. This one is a gold nib. Doesn't really have a lot of flex in it. This is a steel nib. Has absolutely no flex in it. Let's compare these two. So the Curidas Platinum nib is a lot smaller. By the way, they also put this on this pen. They put this little, for lack of a better term, nubbin, which in my mind performs two functions. The primary one is, look inside here, there's see that cap? I mean, that's I guess a stopper. It rotates on a pin that's in here. But the other cool thing is if you decide to go ahead and pull the pocket clip, it will still roll, but not easily. It'd have to be a steep table for it to roll off the table, I think. Oh, wait, what else came in the box? It has the instructions with details on how to do that, on how to pull the clip off, which I just could not do without getting a screwdriver involved. and it had a cartridge that you can put in there, and I may end up using this. It also came with a converter, but the converter doesn't hold a lot of ink compared to this. I don't know the exact numbers, but if I end up running out of ink often in this pen, I can always use this, use the ink in it, and then use it as an eyedropper. Okay. Inside. Here's the mechanism. And in order to pull this assembly out, you rotate it like this, and over like this, and out like this. So there's the pen. And you can fill the ink with it out like that. Or to get this off, it's another rotate the guide pen and pull it off. And there you can see the ink cartridge in there. I think I did mention this is a steel nib, extra fine. And for Japanese pens, extra fine means really fine, and I like that. There we go. That took me a little bit. I wanted to go down the big slot, and this will actually pass underneath this collar to put it here, and then you can assemble it again. I think that's covered in the instructions as well. Let's go ahead and write with it and see what happens. Well, this is a platinum Curidas, and the color is called Gran red. It's got an extra fine steel nib. The length of this thing is, you can tell it's pretty long. It's 6 inches, unless you once it's posted, then it becomes 5.5 inches. The diameter is a 1/2 inch, very comfortable 1/2 inch. The weight is a really light 8 ounces. Now, I haven't measured this. Let me just feel if I can tell the difference between these two guys. Yeah, there's not a big difference. This is slightly heavier. It's, like I said, a clear red Demonstrator. It's retractable, has a removable silver clip. They call it silver clip, but it's just a chrome steel clip, I think. And I paid about $80 for it. I mean, it's just an extra fine nib, but I kind of like it. There's almost no line variation in it, which I did not expect. Would have been nice if there was. You can see a little bit there. It's pretty smooth. What does it look like? It looks like it's writes kind of on the wet side, and it's wet enough and not too wet, so that's all good. How about some quick brown foxes? In the day or two of writing, I've actually had this about 3 days. I've done a fair amount of writing with it. The pen is always ready to go. It never skips. The ink I'm using is a Pelican Pelican 4001 Brilliant Red. It's a nice pen. It doesn't flex. Has these little bumps on it. A little difficult to remove the clip. I bet most of you will probably not remove the clip, but that's what I do. And it's a nice, dependable, cool pen. I'm pretty glad I got it. The other pen that I bought recently, another thing that's not a flex pen, is this vintage, barely vintage, I think it's like 1960s. Parker 75. And I'll be covering that in my next review. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope you got something out of it, and thanks for watching.